Hello, YouTubers. Hello. Welcome to PDINA'. Hope you're doing well today. I am so grateful to everyone's messages, your likes, your views, subscribing to my channel. Thanks for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, Nelson and I, Otis and I are very grateful for all of your support, aren't we, Otis? Yeah, you see how his tail is wagging? He's grateful. Yeah, he's grateful, and I'm grateful too. So thank y'all. Well, today we're going to be talking about this whole vendetta. It looks like Harry and Meghan believe that the royal family are behind their lack of success, that they are being, blocked by all these opportunities because of the royal family. Yeah, they still haven't woken up to the reality that they are the problem. We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. Harry and Meghan, they believe that the royal family are behind this vendetta, blocking big brand deals. So during yet another dramatic week for the British royal family, because they seem to be going through so much with this couple, UK media reports that WME has her high profile agency has been, holding crisis talks with their high profile clients, Harry and Meghan. Really, Meghan, she's the one that has the big brand, agency. Harry is just the prince, and he doesn't even really want to be doing all of this, but he's there as her handbag, essentially, that allows her to have these opportunities because, being able to do it herself is just, it's not possible. The heights in which she is trying to reach are not as attainable when she's by herself. So Harry essentially is the handbag to her, Blythe, in trying to make it as this big branding phenomenon of a woman that can just say, okay, I want to be the face of so many things. And this is why she's having a lot of problems. So Harry, we know, was awarded this $180,000 in damages after court rules that he was the victim of this phone hacking by Mirror, which was really only one article that they thought, well, perhaps maybe you were hacked. And because you don't really have any evidence and the likelihood that this did happen, I'm going to award you, which is nothing. It's peanuts. Like, this amount of money that he was awarded is nothing in the scope of the money that he wanted to get from this, trial. So, yeah, he didn't really get what he wanted. He makes it look as if it is a vindication for him. And in a way, it is somewhat of a vindication for him. But at the same time, it's a minor success that he wants to make look like a huge success. And the whole thing is, he says, I heard something about, he said he was slaying dragons. No, Harry, you're going to be the dragon that is slayed by that woman that you call your wife. One day, this is going to happen to you. So he needs all the little bit of victories that he can get, because his downfall is slowly, like, he is going down the slope very little by little. He gets a little, he gets a little vindication going up a little bit from this whole court case, but then it goes back to him going back down and crashing. That inevitably is going to happen. That's my prediction. That's me saying from all the things that I have seen and gathered, that is where he is heading. The damages that he got from this phone case with Mirror Group newspapers has been checkered with reports that a string of failed projects and brand partnerships have left the couple complaining of a vendetta that is being waged against them. Because they're not getting the success and all these wonderful things are not happening in big numbers for them. So something is going on, they say. So the UK Express newspapers quotes one insider telling them that despite the success of the sit-down interview with Oprah that they had in 2021, the huge figures of their at-home Netflix documentary series in December of 2022 and the record-breaking sales of Harry's spare book earlier this year, there have been tailed talks with high-profile brands that didn't lead to anything having come out of it. Nothing. It's like, okay, they had the talks and then there was no follow-up. No follow-up. Those brands then actively courted other members of the family. And you almost have to think, look, you were a part of something big. You broke off to do your own thing. Well, when you break off and do your own thing, you go up against people who are a lot powerful than you because they are together building. You are isolated on an island trying to think you can rise above on your own. And it's just not happening for them. To salt the wounds, that the actress that has actually played Kate Middleton in The Crown's final series on Netflix was announced as the new brand face of, we know, Dior. It was all very suspicious timing. So Meghan is like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. They were talking about me being the face of Dior. How did the character that played Kate Middleton in The Crown, how did she get this now? And so you can imagine how upset that made Meghan. Meghan was furious. She was like, oh my goodness, no, she did not. And we're like, oh yes, she did. Because you don't deserve things the way you think you do. And look, the way I like to look at it, it's a smackdown in her face so that she can kind of get out of her big-headed moments. That was a little like smackdown, get out your big head. You're not getting Dior. The actress that played Kate's going to get Dior, not you. So she got a smackdown, which is good because you would think after coming out of that smackdown, like, oh, okay. She can maybe have some reality checks. Perhaps, maybe not. Marco has been with WME since April of last year. And there are no new projects that have materialized since then. Instead, the couple's $20 million contract with Spotify has ended, with the executive we know, Bill Simmons, calling them grifters, and Meghan's pet project Pearl had been canceled by Netflix. The Express source also added that the team doesn't appear to know what to do at this point. The consensus now is to try and to repair the damage done to the royal family and hope that that link will help them out in the, out of the doldrums, the words that I see. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, okay, that's a good word, doldrums. Okay, but this is what we have. So in follow-up to my last video where I talked about how she's trying to reconcile now with the royal family. Right. So Meghan is trying to reconcile with the royal family, where she would do 4 months in the UK if she could stay in Kensington Palace and live 8 months out of the year in America. Now, look, she's trying to reconcile because she sees that she can't get far having done what she's done to the royal family. So she wants to reconcile to help make up for the fact that she can't be successful independent of her relationship of the royal family. She has to suck up to them still in America. Okay? And this is the thing for Meghan to understand. No one's reconciling with you, woman. If anything, you should want to reconcile with the loved ones of your own family who she has discarded. But she wants to reconcile with the royals to have monetary gain, to have success. It's not authentically wanting to reconcile with the royal family in a way that is legitimate. She wants to do it to have those that are behind these big brands look to her favorably because they see how she has treated the royal family. And they're like, you're too toxic. We don't want nothing to do with you, woman. They don't have anything to offer. They're not talented. They're toxic. They're bullies. They are not hard workers. They don't have grit to try to make it on their own. They don't have what it takes to be successful. And add on top of that, your karma and the way you treat people. Oh yes, all day long, you are not going to get the success you want because you have too many of these failures up against you, because the hill you trying to climb is just a little bit too steep. Just too steep for what you have to offer. She is now blaming the royal family for her woes in America. No, Meghan Markle, your not having success in America is the karma that you have generated from your nasty, filthy behavior. You don't treat people like you have treated your own family and your in-laws. And now how you're treating your husband now, because he's not too happy with you either. So Meghan Markle really has not learned anything. She still has the blaming of other people why she doesn't have success. The easy answer to all of this, do good by people and then good things will come to you. Hence, she hasn't said a word about Endgame, the book with Omid Scobie saying and announcing these royal racists. They have said nothing to distance themselves from Omid's book, Endgame. So that right there is a clear sign and indicator that they're behind it. We know how this works, folks. So we can see they're still treating the royals in a poor light. So the karma has bit you in the butt in America. You're not going to get the success that you want by the big legitimate brands that you want to see yourself behind, because your karma, your nastiness, your behavior is holding you back from the goodness that could come your way. So until Meghan really learns and understands what she has to do to be a better person, she'll never have the success she wants, honey, because karma is, we know the word. So with that said, Meghan Markle, yeah, if the royal family is the reason why you don't have success, I say good for the royal family. Good for the royal family. Keep trekking on. Don't say nothing and just be royalty in your smackdowns. Meghan Markle, you have officially been smacked down. I don't even know if she can get up from here. This smackdown might be a little bit too rough for her to even get back on her own feet. Yeah, that's just what it is.